Yes, we're back. We're back again in X-Plane. We're back again in Edinburgh, somewhere we haven't been for a while, on a lovely summer's day. Well, not quite summer, it's May. And we're going to take a short trip from here across to Glasgow. Our vehicle of choice? Well, we're on a quest. Grab that guidebook to All Things UK and let's go. So yes, hi there, Steve here, and welcome back to X-Plane indeed, and welcome back to Edinburgh. Yes, wanted to do a UK flight. I wanted to use one of my favourite planes, and I think the first plane I actually bought in X-Plane, which is this, the Quest Kodiak. Yes, really love this thing, and wanted to do something in it. And take it on a hop. I thought, well, why not go across the UK? And I thought that might be a bit much. So why not go from Edinburgh to Glasgow? So this is where I am currently at Edinburgh Airport, and we're going to make our way a relatively short hop across to Glasgow. So yes, not really crossing the UK. Oh, we've got some weather coming in as well. Not really crossing the UK, but yeah, certainly going to be crossing a little bit of it, the narrow bit of it. If you're new to my videos, welcome indeed. Flight going out on the channel every other Saturday. Something from OMSI on a Monday, trains on a Wednesday, Fernbus on a Friday. The opposite Saturday to flight is something from Tourist Bus. As I'm recording this, we're going through some troubling times globally, so I am putting out some extra content, which is a Twitch stream on a Tuesday. So a stream we've previously done live on Twitch, go out on a Tuesday. On a Thursday, something from trucking, and on a Sunday, either something from Random Sunday, which is a brand new game I've never played before, or Second Chance Sunday, so a chance to look at another video from one of my regulars. So yes, the Kodiak then is a fantastic plane. Let's remove some covers, remove the tie downs. We won't open the doors. So plane is ready to go. We'll jump inside, and this is the updated version now with, as you'll see in a second when I power it on, synthetic vision. Yes, it's a thing. Look at it. It's just stunning. I have already removed the yoke. So let's put some fuel on, if I can. If I can get the view in the right place. There we go. Fuel. And we'll bring that up into low idle. And we'll pop ignition on. And we'll crank it over. We are alive. One thing with this plane, since the update, it has got quieter, so we are getting less internal noise now than used to. I can increase the volume so we get a bit more. So right, engine is running. Put beacons on, we'll put strobes on, nav lights on, taxi lights on, because we're about to depart. We'll put some nav lights on, pitot heat, we'll put on, and we shouldn't need any windshield heating, but we're okay there. So yes, absolutely love this plane. When I first purchased it, I actually flew it from where it's made in real life at Sandpoint, Idaho, back to the UK, which was stunning. So yes, absolutely love this thing. Right, so auxiliary bus on. There we go. Right, so we are pretty much set up. Engine is warming up. Let's have a look at where we are then. So that's where we are, and we are going across to Edinburgh. So we'll do a direct flight. We're not going to Southampton. We're going to EGPF. So we'll put that into here and make our way. But yeah, oh, no, that's the thing. No, little tiny one. P. And move it. And EGPF, Glasgow. So that's where we're going. Activate. So we've now got to go the right way. Okay, can't quite zoom in. That's the thing. We've got a pink line across there showing where we are going. So we should be able to take off and then follow that. I've just heard an aircraft starting up around me. So we'll make our way out in a second. So using Sim Toolkit, I can zoom right in on where I am. So that's where I am, and I'm going to take off from runway 24. So it's quite easy. Turn around here, turn right, and round to there. So that's what we will do. Let's drag that back over there. Right, so get ourselves in. Release the brakes. And make ourselves move. Yeah, absolutely love this plane. I really want to do a long flight in it again because it's just a joy. So we'll make our way over here to the taxiway. And we're in low idle, so not quite ready for takeoff just yet. I just love synthetic vision as well. It's just so nice. I don't think we need to be climbing too high today. So make our way around to the end of the runway then. So if you like watching flights, then don't forget a couple of times a week we do stream some flights over on Twitch. Which I keep going into beta. There we go. Don't put it into reverse. Probably not a good idea. Right, so here at the end of the runway then. So we will now put our landing lights on. Taxi lights can come off. We'll then bring our idle up into high. We'll give it some flaps. I will pop the yoke back. So we are ready to go. So it doesn't really need much input from me throttle wise.
Approaching 24.
So we'll roll straight out.
On runway 24.
That's synthetic vision doing a fantastic job. Taking a slow departure. And airborne. Bring the flaps up. And make our way the short distance from Edinburgh. So yes, there's a plane taxiing out behind me. Ryanair aircraft was coming out behind me. So yes, Edinburgh Airport looking rather nice. And making our way. So 2,000 feet I've set as our altitude. So we'll set into the cruise and then watch this thing pick up speed-wise. It is just an awesome aircraft. So yes, the first aircraft I bought in X-Plane in its previous form, and absolutely loved flying it from Sandpoint, Idaho, all the way back to the UK. Was a brilliant journey. Loved every single bit of it. Extremely well detailed, very well detailed, in fact. Just the quality inside is brilliant. You know, different configurations for the seats. You can change the liveries, which you can change from the outside, and you can change the interior to executive or timberline, and you can turn it from a cargo aircraft to a non-cargo aircraft. You can put skis on. You can put regular tyres or tundra tyres on. Mud flaps are enabled. You can put synthetic vision on or off. Anti-ice equipped, yes or no, so depending on where you're flying. Obviously audio controls, we've just gone through there. Cameras, a number of standard views you can look at it around the plane. Weights and balances, you can add passengers, fuel, etc. from here. Liveries we've just gone through. And then ready to start up, you can put the cargo pod on or off, which I personally don't. I think it looks odd. So we've got the cargo pod on. If I take the cargo pod off, I think it looks a bit strange. So I think it should have the cargo pod on or off, and we can turn all the external lights on and all the internal lights on or off. It's just brilliant. It is an absolutely fantastic aircraft. So into the cruise, 156. If I bring engine torque up a little tiny bit more, and then bring the prop pitch back, we then gain a fair chunk of speed. Watch that speed come up. So keep an eye on our torque. We're pretty much at the top of the limit of the plane. But yeah, I do love the G1000. The reason I bought this plane is because all the flying I'd done beforehand was in the 172, and was pretty much scared to fly anything that didn't have the G1000 in. So it was recommended to me to look at the Kodiak, and did. And then I wanted to do a little adventure thing with every plane that I purchased that was going to fly it from where it was made. And this being made previously in Sandpoint, Idaho, I thought, well, there's a Quest then. Why not fly it from Sandpoint back to the UK, which I did. And there's a couple of long stints in that as well. So this is where we are currently. So we've left Edinburgh and making our way the rather short hop to over here in Glasgow. So not a long flight, but fancied doing something in True Earth as well. So the Orbx scenery looking stunning. I just absolutely love this thing. So yes, cruising now sort of 173. So we are quite low, but yeah, it's just fantastic. So yeah, if you're enjoying flight, if you're into X-Plane, we do say fly a couple of times a week. When things return to normal, we'll be trying to plan things a little bit more. At the moment, we're just doing flights that we fancy. So if you're in the Discord server, keep an eye out for some of the flights that we're doing. Yes, X-Plane's certainly going to be part of my streaming and YouTube schedule going forward, and do really want to try a couple of sort of solo flights like this, where I'm in the right mood to jump in a plane and go fly, which is exactly what I wanted to do this morning. And thought, well, it's a lovely morning. Time is correct as I'm recording this, so 8:24 in the morning. Not sure if we've got a date on here anywhere. I don't think there is, actually. Why doesn't it tell you what day of the week it is and what... not see anywhere? Oh, there we go. I would have thought there would have been some sort of time. So yes, flight time in this particular aircraft, because it's been updated, I've only got 4 hours in it. The original one, obviously flying it back from the USA, I had a lot of time in that plane. But yeah, this thing is I absolutely love it. So yeah, cruising along quite nicely, 173 knots. So we'll cope with anything. I think it was 3 hours, I think, getting across to Iceland it took, which was right on the limit of well, my capabilities, but was awesome. I was trying to do the whole flight in sort of 200-mile jaunts, and it was brilliant. I really wish now that I had recorded it, because that would have been great, just doing it leg by leg. But really do fancy taking this or another aircraft actually on a long stint, and maybe doing it one leg at a time. So this is where I am now, coming into Glasgow, and there's our airfield over there on the left. I might turn the follow off. There we go. So there's the airport. Is there. So I'm wondering if I can set an approach, which I have mixed success with. Select approach. What runway? 23, I'm guessing. Well, there we go. So we should now... that should now line us up, hopefully, with the runway. In theory, I don't think it will, actually. I think I've done something wrong there, but oh well, we'll end up roughly in the right direction. Shall I do that again? Approach. Enter. ILS 23. CI 23. That might be right, but that's not saying... I want to get to there, I've got to turn. Ah, that's what it is. Yeah, okay. Me being a clown. Okay. So yes, in 7.5 miles then we'll turn onto runway heading. That's what's going to happen. I love the fact we're getting these reflections in the windscreen as well. It's early in the morning as I'm recording this. My brain hasn't functioning yet. But yeah, absolutely love this thing. So if you're looking for a sort of a... well, something bigger than a 172, but not quite up to sort of twin prop standards. You know, this sort of speed, you'll cover some ground. Definitely cover some ground. So we're approaching Glasgow. So flying over steps. Never been to Glasgow. Been to Edinburgh. So yes, in we come. And it should line us up and put us on runway heading when we get there. Providing I've done everything correctly, which I'm sure you'll tell me in the comments below if I haven't. There's going to be something. So if you want to see more single player flying like this. Obviously I do put some of the multiplayer streams out. There's one coming up in 2 weeks time actually. The video after this is our presidential flight, where we took Air Force One, Air Force Two, President Trump's private jet, a military escort, a fighter jet escort, from Washington up to Chicago. So that's coming up in 2 weeks time, so the next flight video after this, and that was really enjoyable. So I'll maybe alternate it, you know, one fortnight we'll put out some multiplayer, and the next fortnight I'll put out some single player stuff, so it's not all multiplayer that you're seeing me just bimbling and rambling along as I do in some of my aircraft, because there's some of the aircraft I've got in my fleet that I don't fly very much, which is why I really want to get back into this. But I will link the Twitch page below, so that you can keep an eye out for the Twitch streams on there when we do some flying. I said we're basically, you know, just flying what we fancy. So if we're getting a route, someone's got a good idea for a route, or if someone's purchased a new airport and they really want to fly that, then that's the sort of thing we're doing. But I do want to do some more single player stuff as well. Okay, it seems to me that we're off track, because our airport is over there. So I'm going to turn the autopilot off. So I did something wrong there, didn't I? I don't know where it was taking me, but our airport's over there. Okay, we don't really want to dive bomb Glasgow, but I love the fact with synthetic vision that you can see what's down below you. So that's where we want to go. Isn't that the famous is Holland and Wolf? Is that Glasgow? Am I getting confused? So I'm wondering why those cranes are there. Hopefully if I turn here now, we should sort of see some sort of long pavementy thing. There we go. I see a runway. I don't know where the autopilot was taking me. I think it's taking me to the end of the flight plan and was going to bring me around again, but we'll fly it in manually. It's fine. This plane's so easy to fly. I just hope I can now land it easily. Don't go into beta. Put a notch of flaps in. Bring that speed down. Can we get a good landing? Probably not. It's been a while since I've landed this. It's been a while since I've flown this. Great landing. There we go. So that wasn't too bad, apart from the fact that you nearly missed the airport. We don't need 5,000 feet. There's a plane around me I can hear though. Okay, so taxi lights can go on, landing lights can go off, flaps can go up. Yeah, absolutely love this thing. Let's make our way over to the hangar. So yes, so I'll leave a link to it in below in case you want to purchase it for X-Plane. So we'll also link the Twitch page there as well, so you can hopefully catch some of the flights live. And I'll also link down there the Discord server. We have a fantastic community on Discord, and use that for our chances to get together, talk about planes, which inevitably ends up in someone costing someone else money, because, you know, X-Plane. But it's a really, really great community in Discord. So we'll swing ourselves around here. I think I should be stopping here, but I'll stop here. Anyway, parking brake on. And there we go. Little awesome, awesome aircraft. So we stopped, so we can put the covers on, tie downs on, and we can open all the doors if we wanted to, and turn all the lights off. And plane is there, tied down in the wrong place because we should have been over there. And here at Glasgow Airport, where we've got some aircraft taxiing. So a Jet 2 plane off somewhere nice. And yes, welcome to Glasgow. So there we go. We will leave that there. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit subscribe if you want to see more flight content from me. Give it a thumbs up if you want to see more. And let me know below what I did wrong. Because I'm sure you will. So yes, I will try and do some more solo flying. Maybe I will alternate it. One fortnight we'll do one of the multiplayer trips, and then the other fortnight I'll just jump in a plane and go for a waffle and do a trip. So if there's any trips you can recommend that are around the half an hour, if there is anything interesting trips, or certainly under an hour, that you'd like to see me do in certain aircraft, then let me know below. We will end that there then. Until the next time, if you have been, thanks very, very much for watching.